Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for May 26 to 30, 2025. See Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi, is freaking out. Drew Kane Quartermain. Cameron Matheson is taunting everybody. And the nurses' ball explodes with massive fallout. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we talk about what is coming the rest of this week. So on Wednesday, May 21st, the nurses' ball is really getting started and Lois Cirillo, Rena Sofer, is on Lulu Spencer's Alexa Havens Bruning radar. Of course, she wants to tell Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, about Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and that Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, and Lois lied to him, which she's off the mark on 50% of that. But Lulu has told Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, she needs some proof. How can she get it? Because everything seems to be blowing up this week. So maybe Lulu overhears something at the nurse's ball that convinces her she's got the goods and is free to blab to Dante. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, choose Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, a new one at the nurse's ball. She's laying into her about trying to snatch Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, kids away from him. And of course, this is all Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, stewing, which Jocelyn knows. So yeah, but Michael seems to be on the way back. So he may be there to confront Willow himself or try to work things out peacefully. Kristina is in utter shock that Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, knows she tried to kill Ava Jerome, Maura West, and almost killed Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, and Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, as a result. And Alexis is going to tell her that yeah, by the way, I know you did it and Rick, and have proof that you did it. And I do wonder if Alexis is going to go ahead and just clean the slate, tell her everything. Obviously she's going to tell her this is why I was trying to have you committed was to try and stop criminal charges, and instead once again I'm covering for you and I'm paying blackmail. The nurses' ball really kicks off. All the talent begins. Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, is taking the stage to host. There are a few issues. Will Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, get back in time to do some tangoing? Looks like he might. She promises it'll be a night no one will ever forget, and I believe that is going to be accurate. Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, meanwhile, tells Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, that what is going on could destroy everything and it looks like an uncomfortable conversation about. Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, tells Ada Turner that nobody is going to run him off. I hope this is not Sonny and this woman, kind of doing some kind of hate flirting. I don't want to see him in another bad romance with somebody in law enforcement or the DA's office. We've had so many of them. None of them have ever worked out. Thursday, May 22nd, Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, and Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo Cicero, warn someone, maybe Drew, for framing Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, knowing he will face her wrath. Or maybe it's Chase for arresting her at the ball. Lots of things to consider. Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, gets to meet Carly. She may figure out he works for Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna. And then if she sees him hanging around Jocelyn, that could be weird. The nurses' ball is in full swing still on Thursday. Life-changing truth bombs explode. Maybe Lulu got the info she needs and feels comfortable blowing up things. Brianna Dwight is this year's guest artist performing at the nurses' ball. She will be performing on Thursday's episode. Drew is feeling super smug like the king of the world. He has gotten Tracy, Jane Elliott, in handcuffs. Willow is on his arm and her new haircut is super cute, and all of his devious little ducks are in a row. But unbeknownst to him, Michael is on his way back to town. That's going to shake up everything that Drew has been plotting and reveal some of what he's done. Curtis makes a big decision. Is he going to fight back against Drew and ignore the threats, or is he going to, dump Portia? He may still help her fight Drew anyway. Both things can be true. Then on Friday, May 23rd, Carly gets an offer. Maybe it's from Jack. Maybe it's about the custody case. Max Scorpio, John Georg, is feeling relieved. Maybe Tracy, Jane Elliott, got bail and she is out of the PCPD, because I'm guessing Mac, John Georg, does not want to listen to her mouth. Maybe he's just relieved because they throw her down in a holding cell. We'll see. But I am enjoying the Tracy versus Drew stuff. I know she's going to win in the end though, right? Meanwhile, something has Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, worried. Maybe it's her nurse's ball performance, but I think more so it might be that Kai, Jen's Austin Astrup, is pushing himself too much, too fast, too far right after this risky surgery. By the end of the week, the nurse's ball acts have finished and lives will never be the same after at least one major secret, possibly more, are exposed. The truth about Gio seems most likely to blow up, but we'll find out by Friday. And speaking of Friday, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, gets a mysterious phone call. Is it going to be recast Michael calling to say that he is back in town because he's on the jet? Seems likely to be him. And May 26th through the 30th, it looks very likely that we are going to get to see Michael after months of his being gone. So the guy sitting on what looked to be a private jet, watching the nurse's ball on a tablet, is likely the actor replacing Chad Duell. More importantly, this guy was watching Drew and Willow on General Hospital spoilers. So it's just a very strong possibility that is Michael and he's swooping in to surprise everyone. Hopefully we'll get a glimpse of his face by the end of week 1, but probably week 2. Meanwhile, Kristina is facing a decision. We just saw Alexis finally blurt out to her that she knows she tried to kill Ava. And with all that coming out, Kristina has to decide, is she going to let Alexis continue to pay the consequences for her or do the right thing and turn herself in? Maybe that Shady Brook plan is going to still be on the table. Portia is going to be terrified that her marriage to Curtis is over and done with, just as Dr. Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, overheard her saying behind closed doors. Maybe Isaiah is going to offer her some comfort. Tracy fires shots back at Drew. Of course, Tracy didn't do it, and she knows Drew has framed her. So seems like that last request Drew paid Brad Cooper, Perry Shen. The extra $500K for was probably for him to steal one more vial of ketamine and plant it in Tracy's car. It's pretty clever, but you know Tracy's not going to take this lying down. Brooke Lynn has to face the music and not nurse's ball music. Next week, we should probably be seeing foul out about the Gio secret that has been simmering for way too long. Brooke Lynn's going to have to explain things. Lulu is going to have to explain some things as well. The biggest people that are going to be in the hot seat obviously is Lois, Rena Sofer, who is in town, and Grandma Gloria Cerullo, Ellen Travolta, who is back in Bensonhurst, where Lois is probably going to be thrown back too soon. Lulu and Cody are probably going to have to pay some consequences for either butting out or not coming to Dante much earlier, and instead basically conspiring against Brooke Lynn. And Cody is really probably going to be in some trouble because he is both Dante and Brooke Lynn's friend, and Lulu is his friend, you know, his new friend. But Lulu, as we all know, is doing this for selfish reasons. No matter what she said, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Veganos, is going to be comforting Cody, and she may herself need some comfort from Cody once all the Kristina stuff spills. Dante's going to be left struggling. Gio's going to be crushed, and Carly has to defend some of her recent actions. As May sweeps draw to a dramatic close in Port Charles, the tension is boiling over, and not everyone will make it out unscathed. Next week on General Hospital, May 26 to 30, emotions run hot as Kristina Corinthos Davis spirals into panic. Drew Kane plays dangerous mind games, and secrets that have been simmering for months start to explode. With Sunny on edge and relationships fraying, viewers are in for a week of chaos, betrayal, and emotional fallout. Monday, May 26, Kristina's world unravels. Memorial Day in Port Charles is anything but peaceful for Kristina, who receives shocking news that sends her into a tailspin. After weeks of holding it together, she finally learns the full extent of Sunny's downward spiral, and it's more disturbing than she imagined. Despite Alex's attempts to cushion the blow, Kristina is blindsided when she discovers the truth about Sonny's violence at the warehouse, his recent erratic behavior, and the growing rift between him and his children. The realization that her once stable father is unraveling leaves her shaken, but what pushes her over the edge is learning that Ava Jerome is still living under his roof, and clearly manipulating him. Expect a tense showdown at Charlie's, where Kristina lashes out at Ava, accusing her of gaslighting Sonny and tearing their family apart. Molly tries to intervene, but Kristina is already spinning, crying out that she's made a mistake by choosing Sonny to be part of her baby's life. Is she ready to cut ties? Or is this just the beginning of a major breakdown? Tuesday, May 27. Drew's ego trip hits overdrive. Meanwhile, Drew Kane is walking around town like he owns it, and he wants everyone to know it. Now freshly installed as co-CEO of Aurora and whispering in Nina's ear about new PR strategies, he's got a renewed sense of power, and he's not playing nice. After his bruising breakup with Carly, Drew is on a mission to rebrand himself, not as a hero, but as a ruthless player who wins at all costs. He takes the opportunity to taunt Michael during a board meeting, making veiled jabs about loyalty and how quickly families turn on each other. Michael sees through the act, but Drew's words sting, especially when he hints he knows more about Michael's recent alliance with Dex than he should. Elsewhere, Drew corners Nina and suggests they work more closely on a media campaign that could expose corruption at the Port Charles Police Department. Is Drew trying to manipulate Nina, or is he planting the seeds for something much darker? Wednesday, May 28. Sonny confronts Kristina, but it backfires. Tensions explode when Sonny tracks Kristina down after hearing about her public meltdown. Expect a deeply emotional and volatile scene as father and daughter clash in heartbreaking fashion. Sonny tries to defend his actions, claiming Ava is just a friend, and that he's still the same man who loves his family. But Kristina isn't buying it. Through tears, she confronts Sonny about the danger he's bringing into her life and the life of her unborn child. She pleads with him to get help, but Sonny turns defensive and angry, accusing her of betrayal. What should have been a healing moment becomes another wedge driven into the Corinthos family. Later that day, Alexis and Sam rush to Kristina's side, worried about her emotional state. She admits she's not sure if she can go through with the pregnancy if it means exposing her baby to a world of violence and lies. Could she be considering giving the baby to Molly and TJ after all, or something even more drastic? Thursday, May 29, Drew pushes everyone's buttons. Drew continues his scorched earth campaign by setting his sights on Carly. He shows up at Kelly's unannounced, smugly suggesting they should talk like adults about their breakup. But when Carly refuses to engage, he delivers a veiled threat about the SEC investigation, hinting that he knows where the leak really came from. Later, Drew bumps into Anna Devane, and the two have a cryptic conversation about moral flexibility. Anna's radar is up. She senses Drew's transformation isn't just about heartbreak, it's about power. Is he becoming the very kind of man he used to fight against? Meanwhile, Brooke, Lynn, and Chase find themselves caught in Drew's crossfire when Aurora's latest media campaign threatens to expose Chase's disciplinary history. Is Drew just being provocative, or is he targeting people Carly cares about? Friday, May 30, secrets explode and lines are crossed. The week wraps up with a bang as several long-brewing storylines combust. In a chilling scene, Kristina collapses at Charlie's, clutching her stomach as Molly and TJ rush to her side. Is it just stress, or has something gone terribly wrong with the pregnancy? Across town, Drew makes a bold move, offering an exclusive Aurora exposé about corruption within the Corinthos coffee business. The piece doesn't name Sonny directly, but the implications are obvious. When Dex catches wind of the article, he confronts Drew, who calmly taunts him with a smile. Careful who you cross. You never know who's watching. Meanwhile, Nina confronts Drew after learning he's been using her to wage his personal vendettas. But Drew isn't apologetic. In fact, he makes it clear he's just getting started, and if she doesn't want to be on the losing side, she'd better pick a team fast. In the final scenes, Sunny receives a call that leaves him pale and silent. The last words of the episode. It's Kristina. Something's happened. Coming up next week. Sunny is forced to make a life or death choice. Kristina's future, and her babies, hang in the balance. Carly gets an unexpected visitor from the past. Drew takes aim at another Corinthos ally. Ava's secrets start to surface, and she may not be able to keep Sunny in the dark much longer. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.